Story 1. The Ghost Hitchhiker. It was a November night, and Elias was 12 hours deep into a mountain run. Rain hammered the windshield, turning the world into a blur of shadows and water. With every mile, his eyelids grew heavier. Then, through the downpour, he saw her. A woman drenched and desperate stood shivering by the roadside. Her white dress clung to her hair, matted to her face. Against his better judgment, Elias pulled over. Air brakes hiss. Door creaks open. "Get in," he called, reaching across. She slid into the passenger seat, water pooling at her feet. He handed her a towel. "Where are you headed?" Her voice was barely a whisper. "Barreau dos Alacrins. Please, I need to get home." Elias nodded, put the truck in gear, and drove on. The cab filled with an unnatural chill. He tried to make small talk, but she only stared ahead, repeating, "Barreau dos Alacrins. I need to get home." As they reached the district, she pointed to a narrow street. "There, stop there." He pulled over, turned to say goodbye, but the seat beside him was empty. No door had opened. No sound, no movement. She had simply vanished. Frozen, Elias scanned the darkness. Suddenly, in his rearview mirror, he saw her standing behind the truck. Eyes glowing white and glassy, fixed directly on him. He floored the accelerator, tearing away from the cursed street. The next morning, a local gas station attendant shook his head. "You met Maria? She died in a storm like this 30 years ago. Folks say she's still trying to get home." From that night, Elias never stopped for hitchhikers again, but sometimes. It's not who you let into your cab that haunts you, it's what you agree to carry. Story 2. The Coffin Delivery. 3 months later, Elias got an offer he couldn't refuse. A man needed a coffin delivered from his remote farm to Snow Joe Cemetery. Triple pay, no questions asked. At the farm, a shadowy figure waited, face hidden beneath a wide-brimmed hat. The coffin was heavy, too heavy, but the money was real, and Elias loaded it up. On the road, the tapping started. Tap, tap, tap. He tried to ignore it, but the sound grew louder, then frantic scratching, like fingernails on wood. Pulling over, Elias stared at the coffin in the truck bed. The scratching stopped, turned away, but it started again. More desperate, more alive. Panicked, he drove on. Halfway to the cemetery, he passed a man by the roadside, face-covered, unmoving, watching as the truck sped by. The coffin thudded and shook, the air in the cab thick as syrup. When Elias finally reached the cemetery, 3 silent workers awaited him. They unloaded the coffin, muttering, "He's been trying to get out for so long." Elias didn't wait for payment. Out. He sped home, every nerve on fire. The next day, the farm was abandoned. The phone number disconnected. From then on, Elias refused every private freight job. No more coffins, no more questions. But the road had one more lesson. Sometimes the most dangerous places are the ones that shouldn't exist at all. Story 3. The Phantom Gas Station. After everything, Elias stuck to main roads. But one night, crossing a desolate stretch of desert, his fuel gauge hit empty. The truck died. Miles from anywhere, with no signal and no hope, he sat in silence. Then, in the distance, a gas station. Elias grabbed his can and walked toward salvation. The station was spotless, attendants cheerful, shelves stocked, coffee hot. He filled up, paid, and the attendant grinned. "Drive safe. These roads play tricks at night." Elias returned to his truck, sipped his coffee, and finally drifted into uneasy sleep. He woke to blazing sun and howling wind. No station. No people. Just endless desert. His fuel tank was full. Later, at a real station, he asked about the place. Oh, the old attendant just laughed. "There's been no gas station out there for years. Old Pete's burned down in '08. You're not the first to see lights out there, though. Some say the desert plays tricks. Others say it's looking for company." Elias never took the desert road at night again. 3 nights, 3 stories. Elias still drives, but the road is never the same.
Ow.
Would you have stopped for the woman? Delivered that coffin? Trusted the glowing lights in the desert? Let me know in the comments below. Got a spooky highway story? Share it with us? And don't forget to subscribe for more true tales that'll keep you up at night. Stay safe out there. Some roads never forget. Really appreciate you hanging out and watching. Can't wait to see you next time.